You never know when the sounds are going to hit you. What's going on? Sounds as though it's coming inside the house, and yet it can't be. It's outside. I don't. I'll have to get out, I think, because it's too much. But that's just to give you. I think that's just to give you the shock. To give you the shock element, because like if you have a moment's quiet, I'm trying to analyse it, whereas I'm really terrified, because also the minute I turn this off, they'll turn it on, because I can't even get, like the mobile, I'm trying to sit down because I'm thirsty and dehydrated type of thing, so I'm trying to sit down to have a drink, and I got the TV going there in the background, but the minute I turn it off, so it just becomes like a game of me even pressing the record knob to capture the sound even, because it becomes too much when you've got sound inside the house every day of the week, year after year, like this has been now for 7.5 years, so it's like that was the day when I guess I was isolated enough. They had all the programs in place around to where most of the suburb of Leichhardt, where I live, is completely infiltrated by a total what appears to be a human patrol system, but obviously they're using artificial intelligent networks to operate these patrol systems, because they're so precise. They're connected to your actual visual sight, because wherever I look, I will see their presence. I will see a vehicle with bright flashing lights, and if you look, say, at the sky, then they will send some sound at you, which is the point that I'm trying to make in the house where I am, because when you're inside the house, you should at least be able to find a little bit of peace and quiet, as they say, but you can't, because they send these work programs around you, or they get the beings around to make excessive noise. And this is a continual thing. So it's not like it's just once every, week even, and even that would probably be excessive if you had construction or noisy sound coming in once a week. But it's every day, and it goes on and on and on. And it's also all over the suburb, because most of the suburb is completely operated by these beings, because they're all in conjunction with one another. So I'm saying they're human beings who are all in combination, using technology, using the every bit of manpower and every bit of technology, every bit of everything they can to invade your senses. And because they can't do it out in the open, like, in other words, like say we want to lock you down, more or less, they can't do that because the laws of their own land forbid that, shall we say. So they have to play it to where they're gradually wearing you down daily by these staged programs around you, staged sight and sound programs, in other words. And because you're 100% tracked and surveilled and watched through this transhuman implementation, in other words, the transhuman connection, that is really a human form of mind control, but also it's not really experimentation, because they understand, even though you are a guinea pig and you are being used for their purpose of keeping you low, even if it was just like, they're a different species and they don't particularly agree with humans or have a complex about them or something silly like that, which is the case of the God entity of Earth, if you want to take it to that level. But even if you just take, you have to understand, though, that it is about controlling particularly humans that don't fit with the transhuman computer, artificial intelligent, controlled reality, I think. Or that they see it as no benefit. They see you as no benefit for that. And maybe even something that would be not working for it, not able to benefit from it, or see it as a disadvantage. And I think a lot of people do see benefits, pros and cons, as they say, to technology. But that also is part of the game too, because when you see the pros, then you will dismiss the cons, as they say. And it's all a con, really, because if you believe, like I do now, that the human being is very limited and suppressed, and so therefore you have an advanced mind, but I'm not able to access most of my mind. And I'm aware of this. But also, the scientists of Earth, even though they are of this technology, they will tell you this. They will tell you that most of the human brain is inactive or redundant. It's not. It seems to be just closed off or dead or not functioning, and that is because it's been closed down by, those that operate Earth. And this can be done, medically, scientifically, technically. It's all the same thing, really, because I'm only given a little bit of information about the Earth and about myself and about how advanced the artificial intelligent technology really is, even. So you've got to look at it that way. And notice how they've turned the sound off as soon as I turned the mobile on, so now I'm rambling and raving like, some sort of out-of-touch lunatic human that's talking all sorts of theories that are not, real. And of course, if it was a real world, some people believe their own fantasies, some people don't. You're more convincing if you do, I guess. But, I'm just trying to show that it's a very anti-human reality around me anyway. That's really all I can say. Was trying to show it by the sound system, but unfortunately I'm not able to film it, so I better stop.